Hello everyone, this is an update video to the last one I did when I first started collecting Pyrex, and I am so sorry that it took me this long to update you guys on my collection and to put out another video. I did one in the summer of 2015, possibly the spring of 2015 actually. And so here's another one that I'm doing. My collection has changed a lot. So literally I'm going to show you just a very small bit of what my collection has become, which is my favorites, turquoise. Obviously by the color of my shirt, I love turquoise. So let me start with butter prints. Butter prints, I'm not going to show you my butter print because I have a lot of it and I'm about to move next month, so a lot of it is put away in different cabinets and boxes and things like that. But I do have the butter print Cinderella bowls, which are numbers 444 through 441. I also have the mixers. I have all of them but the 404. It's really hard to find that one. It's pretty expensive if you find it, and I've been offered to buy it several times, and I haven't taken it because I don't want to spend $50 on one dish unless it's something I have wanted for a long time. I do want a 404, but it can wait. It's not high on my priority list right now. Anyways, I am going to show you my butter prints butter dish. So this is what it looks like. It's opal on the bottom, and then you turn it to the top, and it's this beautiful, a lot of people say the Amish farmer with the rooster. It is called butter print. It was made in this color, which is the original turquoise. It's also made in the pink, which is like a baby pink color, and then an orange color. Some people call it yellow butter print. It's actually orange. I don't have any of those. Again, expensive, kind of hard to come by. Love to have one day. Not high on the priority list. Like I said, I'm moving, so I'm more focusing on getting rid of things rather than adding. But the butter dish is also kind of hard to come by. I see it more now than I did when I bought it. When I bought it, I paid with shipping probably close to like $30 something. It's just pretty expensive. Now I see it for cheaper. What you'll notice if you just started collecting Pyrex, this is a good little tip for you. Not really a tip, but a little bit of information. If you've been collecting for a while, you'll definitely know this. There are things that are hot items. They become hot all of a sudden. 2-3 people get them, start talking about them online. All of a sudden, everybody wants one. I believe the butter print butter dish was kind of like that, and when I bought it, it was at a high price. Now I see it a little cheaper. I saw one on eBay for $17 the other day. I think this last Christmas in 2015, people went crazy for blow molds, those hideous plastic things that nobody wanted for years, and people were throwing them out basically or whatever, putting them at thrifts. Now everybody wants them and everybody loves them because they became popular again. So you'll notice that with Pyrex and other vintage dishes, there are things that become hot items for a while. Just be careful if you're buying it. If you're buying it just to resell it, I'm not going to give you I'm not going to tell you shame on you, anything like that. To each their own. But just be careful of that because something that's really hot right now could, within literally a week, nobody wants it. And you're kind of stuck with it. So make sure you love it if you're buying it, and love it enough to be okay to keep it. But if you're looking to resell it, not so much that you are going to keep it. And there's so many things that I've bought to not just resell, but to put in my trade pile as a good trade item, and then I've turned around and fell in love with them and had to keep them because I couldn't let it go. Which is why I'm in the predicament I'm in now with about 20 boxes full of Pyrex. Anyways, my next thing I'm going to show you a few promos. The The promotionals, this one's an 023. I believe it's called Blue Wheat. Don't quote me on it. But it is very cool. It's super simple. It's like all opal and then it just has the wheat design. It's on both sides. Clear lid with it. I haven't seen any different lid than this, to be honest, with any of them. But, so that's Blue Wheat. That's a promotional one. This is another promotional. It's called Meadow. And I really like this one. I love anything turquoise, so I'm trying to just get all the promotional turquoise ones. This one is Bluebird, for obvious reasons. So that's some of the promotional ones. The other I would say promotional that's really sought after is a chip and dip set, and it's called Balloons. I've wanted this set for a really long time, and it's expensive, hard to find. I've never seen one in the wild. In the wild means like in the thrift store, and I don't really consider antique stores in the wild because you're going to a specific store for that. But like thrift stores or garage sales, estate sales, things like that. I found a Black Rooster Space Saver for anyone who collects and knows what that is. It's pretty expensive, really great item to find. I found it for $4 at a thrift store. And then I sold it for $100. And the only reason I turned around and sold it was because I wasn't crazy about the design, and I really wanted this balloon set, so I got the 441, which is the dip part of it. And it's got all these little hot air balloons and like a sun on it, and I think there's like a moon. And then the 444 is the chip bowl, and same design. And then it comes with usually a bracket that holds it like kind of like this. But unfortunately, I don't have a bracket yet. I'm going to have to go on Etsy and find someone who makes them. But I turned around, sold my rooster, and I bought this set for just under $100. So it worked out really well. Probably by the time I did all the shipping for the 441, it was $100. The other one I bought, the 444, I bought from a friend at a swap, so you can check those out in your local area, different dish swaps, antique swaps, Pyrex swaps. Check Facebook for different information about that. But her name's Marta, and she's really sweet, and this chick can find balloons everywhere. It seems like I felt like she had like 3 different sets with her. I was like, where are you finding these? But she's really awesome, and she's probably got some for sale as well. If anyone's interested, you can contact me and I can put you in touch with her. The other thing I'm going to show you is my turquoise mixers. So mixer sets, mixing bowls as we call them. They're 404, which is a 4-quart bowl, all the way down, 403, 402, and then 401 is the last one. That's 1.5 pints. This is what they look like. On my camera, they're kind of showing up like baby blue. They're more of a deep turquoise colored. Maybe not quite teal. Teal's more green to me. But anyways, they're very beautiful. They're more beautiful in person than you can ever imagine. So I have these. I have all of them. The only one I need is a 403. I have one, but I'll show it to you. I don't buy bowls like this anymore that are damaged because I'm so far in my collection that I really don't have a use for them. But this one was cheap enough, and turquoise is really hard to come by. So I bought it, and it looks like crap. And the color's fading, and it's dishwasher damaged. But like I said, it was cheap. It's great for displaying until I find a perfect 403. The 404 in this set was the same way. I bought it really cheap, looked exactly the same as this one. Ended up getting a really nice 404 in a trade that I did. So, you know, there you go. You can make the ones that look like that your workhorses and just use them all the time. And you feel good using them because they're pretty still. But you don't feel that bad if you mess them up because they're already messed up. So sometimes it's good to have those kind of bowls. Let's see. So I have two more things to show you. One of them is actually not Pyrex, it's Fire King. And I'm going to show this to you in this video because it is turquoise. And it's called Blue Heaven. And I love it. This one is like an open, like a round cake pan. I don't know if they call these open bakers. Anyways, I'm about to get a loaf pan in this pattern through a trade. I'm really excited. And this one, this Blue Heaven, I just like it. It's very like Mad Men, kind of swanky, very cool design. So Fire King kind of won me over with that. I'm not crazy about a lot of Fire King stuff. Some of it's okay. This one's my favorite by far. Last thing I'm going to show you is actually nothing really to do with turquoise. I just want to show you, kind of latch it on the end of this video. Agee is, I'm assuming how you say it. It's Australian Pyrex. It's A-G-E-E. Agee, I don't know how they say it. Anyways, I got on an Australian Facebook Pyrex page. That's long to say. Anyways, met a lady who was willing to do a trade from Australia to the US. That's a lot of trust right there. And shipping, hella expensive. Like, I'm talking $80 to ship. Plus, I had to ship some of my items, so I lost some of my collection because I gave it to her for a trade. And plus, I had to still pay $80. Would I do it again? I'd probably do things a little differently. I'd probably do my research on what I really wanted. I thought I loved these bowls, and it's not that I don't like them. It's just that when they got here, I wasn't as in love with them as I thought. There's so much more Pyrex in the US I probably would have bought for $80. What I traded her wasn't anything ultra rare for me in the US. I think for her, she doesn't really see it in Australia, so I'm sure she loved it. I hope she loved it. But I would just be more careful, I guess, is what I'm saying, is make sure you really love the item. I do love these. They are great. They do have some flaws. They have some chips that I wish I would have discussed more with her before I traded. My fault, really, because that's part of my responsibility as a person who's accepting a trade. So that's just my little word of advice. Make sure you have really open communication and know what you're getting and know what you're trading for and different things like that. Anyways, these are very beautiful bowls. These are called folk art. They're kind of like peacock hearts. That's what it reminds me of. This is one of the bowls. I believe there's 4 bowls to it. I have no idea. I thought there was only 3. Some people say there's 4. So this is the largest bowl I have. It's like this reddish orange color. Then the next bowl is a blue, and it goes into a turquoise color. So that's that one. And then the smallest one is like almost like a burnt orange or a brownish color to a red. And this is similar probably to Pyrex in the US, a 401, a 1.5 pint. I haven't actually officially measured it, and they don't give you measurements on the bottom like they do in our Pyrex in the US. But anyways, that's Agee or Agee or whatever you want to call it. Some different things to collect. There are so many things to collect. There is French Pyrex. There's even German Pyrex, I've heard. I have not seen any of this. There is English Pyrex, which is called JAJ, or European Pyrex, some people call it. They have wonderful patterns, really beautiful. There's so much Pyrex in the US patterns to collect, so there's a lot of different things. So I will be posting new videos, I promise you, sooner than I did this one. I'm going to do a video of different things I have to trade or for sale. If anyone is interested, you can message me, find me on Facebook, different things like that, and I will ship anywhere in the US. And also, I would consider shipping to Europe or Canada. So, anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you like some of my favorite Pyrex.